What's going on, y'all? It's New Year's morning, and I'm ready to read my Bible. Got up kind of late because last night was New Year's Eve. We played with fireworks. I did this. So yeah, I got up late, and I've got to set up my new turkey buzzard before I can read my Bible this morning. So I'm about to do that with y'all. I've got the cameras and stuff thrown up. We're going to do the top-down view, and I'm going to talk about it. And so that's it. So I got two things I want to tell you about before we drop in this video, though, okay? Two are both two cool things. One, somebody in the comments in the last video said, "Hey, Chad, do you have any more turkey buzzard stickers left?" Yes, I do. If you're a turkey buzzard person, we've got turkey buzzard stickers left. Go to the link in the description. It's going to take you to Stripe. And I think I'm going to do like 3 for $5 shipping if you want some of these stickers. And I'll probably also throw some other stuff inside of here because I've got all sorts of stickers I've made over the years for fun stuff. And so that's it. So second thing is I'm doing a couple things in 2025. I'm focusing on YouTube in some certain ways. I'm also writing and doubling down on writing. And if you want to know, more of the writing that I do, where I use my system that I've developed, my Bible, that sort of a thing, go subscribe to the email list down below. I'm going to try to be writing that list weekly. And it's going to be about theological thoughts, thoughts about God, thoughts about the devotional life, that sort of thing. And I would love for you to be on there and get those emails. And so thanks so much for hanging out. We're going to pop straight into me walking through the new turkey buzzard and getting that Bible set up for 2025. Oh, happy new year. It's time to read the Bible, but I can't read my Bible. I can. I'm just being picky. I want to set up the turkey buzzard. Set this up with you. Show you what I do. But hey, I'm Chad. I'm a pastor here in Louisiana, and I make videos about the Bible, the spiritual life, and the everyday life of a pastor. And I'm setting up the Bible that I'm going to use this next year. This is my 6th year to do this. I think, yeah, I've got at least 5 of these old Bibles, so I'm assuming it's my 6th year to do this. And by now, this is going to be a short video, because by now, I know what I do. I kind of have the same thing I do. I go for it, and it's done. But I want to kind of talk you through and walk you through the process because I think the Cambridge Wide Margin Hardback is the best Bible for people that are going to be serious Bible note takers. If you're in ministry, I think it's a fantastic Bible, and I'll talk about that why. But let's set up this Bible, and I'll share more about why I love the Cambridge Wide Margin. So I recovered this Bible. You can go back in a previous video, and you can see my recovering. Because it looked like like an 8th grade science textbook. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here. Since it's rebound, there's an extra page that's there. But like in most situations, you come in, write your name. I did that where it doesn't feel bad. This is the page I'm going to kind of go for. And after we go off the internet, after we get off the video, I'm going to write my phone number in there. But I'm not going to do that until we're done because I don't want all the King James only Bible folks calling me in the middle of the night and telling me that I'm going to the bad place. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and I did not do this for a couple of years, and I kind of got myself in trouble with some of the more obscure stuff, like literally forgetting. We're going to do our color code. And this has not changed, really. There's some stuff has been added to it. I added actually a new color like a week and a half ago. I've been putting it off, saying I'm going to add that in the new year. And I finally realized I just kind of need it and want it in my life. I guess y'all with last year's turkey buzzard, I was straight up using that thing until yesterday, adding new stuff into the back, making more notes in the indexes. I mean, that Bible was getting used completely throughout the year. I mean, I was in it last night. I was working some stuff, making some notes, and I pulled it out, did some stuff, made some more notes. So these things get used. And add a color code system. I'll tell you what that is in a moment, and I'll walk through what the whole color code is, because you might not have seen that video. A lot of people have seen that video, but you might not have seen that video. So we're coming through here. I always like to do the highlighters first, and then the colored pens. And that gray is the new color. And then we got the second pink, but it's a different pink. So yellow is notes. Orange is notes, so I can go back and forth between them so it doesn't get too confusing. This fancy pink is eschatology. This dark blue is presence of God. This purple is an encounter with God, or God's voice. This light blue is a question. Green is canonical. A canonical link. This, I don't know what to call it. This is a reddish. This always means research. This gray, the Holy Spirit. Spirit. That's the new color. I added that in because I kept just seeing these places and just realizing that I want to track it. That's what the colors are there for. The colors are there for me to notice things and to go through this meditative practice of knowing things and recognizing it and that sort of stuff. After 6 years of kind of following this system, in my last pink, this always means back of Bible. That's when I marked something in the text that goes back into the index. Yeah, that's the thing. After doing this is a meditative practice. I want to do another video on just kind of why I do Bible notes and write in my Bible. But I've realized so much of it is like you're doing work for the future when you're doing this. You're not doing work for the day. You're doing work for the future. I've got something cool I'm going to show you. I got another video coming up. But like this whole big file of index cards is I'm actually cataloging every single entry into the index or to the note pages in the back of these, going back every single year I've done this. And it's already, like, I was writing something last night and I pulled it out and it was handy. So yeah, and so it's just, you're doing stuff for the future when you're doing this. I think that's what's so important. So let's do our colors. Got a couple extra of those. All right. So we'll kind of do the same thing. We'll mark and then we'll identify it. Going to do, like, setting these Bibles up is not nearly as much work as it used to be because I've just learned what I do and what I don't do. But over the last couple of years, they've always been, I said they were mattered. I said they were why I like these Bibles, but I really don't feel like I was using this back index in a good way until 2 years ago. I think I finally figured out, how do I separate between things that go in the index and things that go on a note page. It took me a minute to get that figured out. But I've got that figured out now. And so, and I put these tabs on there just because I'm going to go back and forth constantly. And I found that it's just easier in life to have these on a tab so I can just kind of grab it and go. And then a couple things I'm just going to set up that I know in this back note pages. This is for wider stuff. This is not just, sometimes I'm saving a verse link or something like that. But this is for other sort of things. And so the one thing I know I'm going to track this year is the days I've read. I read 319 days last year. It's pretty cool. I want to beat that. I want to do all 365 this year. And then I'm putting in here days I've traveled, because I travel a lot for work, and I just think it's interesting. At this point in time, the Bible just begins to be the easiest place to save that sort of thing. And it's kind of old school, because like if you look at old school family Bibles, they saved all sorts of information in it because the Bible just was that book that you did stuff like that in. So I kind of find myself there. Now here's the deal. I'm not going to transfer over any of my headings from last year. Every year I want this Bible to be this complete own thing unto itself. and to see what develops. I don't want to carry over assumptions from last year to this year. Clearly, there will be some. But it's fresh. It's a new Bible. That's why I'm doing this project right here, to have all this stuff. And I'm going to do a video on this when it's done, because I'm now so deep into this, and I've kept, because those fascinations you have, they're going to carry over into New Year's. I'm at the point now to where I have so much of my own writing and my own data and my thoughts in doing this. It's becoming very, very easy to write. And that's why I'm doing this email list with the theological writing. I told you about at the front end of things. That if you want that sort of writing, I'm kind of just doubling down on a couple of things this year, and writing is one of them. So you can get that stuff. Just cruise over to the link and subscribe to those email lists. So we're rambling. It's early. I'm ready to read my Bible. You're ready to not be watching this video probably. So I will see you back in the next video, and we're going to be kind of continuing more like turkey buzzard content. So I'll see you then.